It's spring, time for baseball rules that almost no one understands.
All right, we are back. Chad's answering some text messages, so I'll try to keep you up to date here. See if I can talk as much as Chad does. I don't know what's happening there. What? Did the umpire just quit? He said he's got 6 kids. He's walking off. Are you kidding me?
Okay, how do we manage bad behavior? Whether that bad behavior comes from coaches, players, fans, or any other non-player personnel. Well, we have tools in place. Our role as officials is to manage the game and make sure that both teams are playing by the rules and not gaining an illegal, unfair advantage. Sometimes we make calls that people don't like. Sometimes we make calls that are wrong, but that still doesn't mean we deserve to be disrespected. So what do we do as officials when we have to deal with people who are misbehaving? As a newer official like myself, we're taught 4 things that we can do when we have to deal with unruly people. Step 1 is ignore. If you can ignore it, ignore it. People are going to say stuff. Try not to have your ears tuned in too closely to what people say, especially when they disagree with your call. If you can ignore it, it's best that you do. If you can't ignore it, the next step is acknowledge. Coach, I hear what you're saying. I've heard it. We're going to move on. Let the coach know that you've heard what they said. If after acknowledging doesn't work and people continue after that, the next step is to warn. Coach, this is your official warning. If I continue to hear from you, you will force me to restrict you to the dugout, or I will be forced to remove you from the game. Put it in the book. Make sure it's official. If there is continued misbehavior after your warning, then you're pretty much left with no other choice than to go to step 4, which is the ejection. It is in your best interest as an official to establish these boundaries early in the game so that everyone knows what to expect. If those who are there to play are not behaving the expected way, they could find themselves removed right away.